Morning, everyone, and happy Monday. I hope you had a really nice weekend and got outside. I burnt my little nose. It looked like Rudolph. So I hope you remember to be safe and wear sunscreen. I'm here today, this morning, to talk to you about 10% time final presentations. So let's talk about time schedule first. So today is, I had to look up the date. All the days are like blending together. All right, so it's Monday, May 18th. We do not have school next Monday because of Memorial Day weekend, and we are out that Monday. So enjoy, but the following weekend, June 1st, following Monday, June 1st, we will do presentations that day. And the format that I have decided on is Flipgrid. And with your Flipgrid, you're going to upload your own presentation, and then you are going to be looking at everyone else's presentation and leaving some comments and doing a little reflection. So we'll spend pretty much all day Monday doing that, like no language arts, no social studies. It'll just be 10% time, June 1st. So that leaves you about 2 weeks to prepare for this thing. And some of you may be thinking, oh my gosh, thank goodness I haven't even looked at my 10% time project since we started distance learning. And if that's the case, that's okay. Be kind to yourself. We're in the middle of a pandemic, and these are strange times. So if your priorities have been elsewhere, it's all right. But I would like you to call your attention back to your 10% time today so that you do have something to share, because at some point you all have been working on this in school. All right, so I know, I'll share a little personal story with you guys. So I've been working on yoga, and I had a lot of motivation behind that idea. And I was making sequences and playlists, and I was learning so much about kind of the science and anatomy behind it, but also just like the spiritual journey. And I was connecting with my teachers. And, anyways, since distance learning started, I got really burnt out on Zoom yoga classes, and I haven't been, maintaining a consistent home practice. I just, the thought of doing it just did not appeal to me. And so I've been doing other things in that time. I've officially reached the banana bread and cookie baking phase of, quarantine. And then I've also been, growing my little houseplant jungle garden in my room. It's extreme. There's about 40 houseplants in there, and I have a pretty solid care plan for all of them. So I've been researching different plants and how to make sure they have the proper nutrition, soil and light needs and water. And I also started doing macrame. I have no more tabletops or flat surfaces to put my plants on, so I have to start getting them vertical. So I've been making macrame plant hangers. I'm in a book club with my family, and so it's kind of fun to let them take the reins and not have to be a language arts teacher and think about all these discussion groups. And what else? I've been collecting driftwood for my macrame projects down at my parents' cottage on the ocean, and I've been doing pretty much everything but yoga. So that being said, in my presentation, I would probably spend a solid amount of time talking about my journey and how it really changed since distance learning started. Some of you are internally motivated and maybe didn't let distance learning phase you at all and continued on, which is really noble, and I'm incredibly proud of you. But I just wanted to let you know it's okay if you dropped off a little bit. But I am here to say I'm holding you accountable on June 1st, so just be prepared for that. Okay, so there's this very long doc. It's 2 pages. It's the same information. It's just presented in a first person point of view on the second page, so that you can use this information to write a script for your video, for your Flipgrid. But this is just a checklist of what you have to have. All right. Now, the one thing I want to point out is this right here. So community and service outreach. If you see that and you're like, oh man, I didn't connect with anyone in the community in Yarmouth or maybe the greater Portland area or even the Mid-Coast area, that's okay. All right. I know that Greer Altman has been working really hard to secure a service dog for her friend, Lucia. And she was featured on the news, and she's been doing some crowdsourcing on GoFundMe. But she's kind of the exception. So she has an answer for that. For me, no, it's a personal journey, and I've just been working on it for myself. Maybe I should start sharing it a little bit more and posting poses and sharing my practice, but I'm not, because it's kind of about me. And that's okay. All right. I'm going to let you go through this at your own pace, but on some level, all of these questions need to be answered in your video. So, all right, today is time to start planning and preparing, and I will see you at 1:45 if you have questions about this. So we're not going to talk about social studies today. We'll talk about 10% time. And shoot me an email, send me like a little personal chat if you have questions. So I'm expecting about a 5-minute Flipgrid video, or less, really. And feel free to download Screencastify. This is what I've been using to share my screen and have me in it as well. So maybe this is a good platform for you if you want to share your website, which you all have, and maybe just go over it and talk about it. All right. Good luck today. Get outside at some point. Take care. Bye, guys.